Fame has a way of shining a light on everything, good or bad. For Justin Bieber, that spotlight never faded. From his early rise in music to his highly publicized relationships, the world has always had its eyes on him. Every move he made became public discussion, with fans analyzing his life and critics forming opinions. But behind the glossy magazine covers and sold-out concerts, something more personal was taking place. A quiet struggle had begun, one that would truly test his strength and his marriage to Hailey Bieber. After years in the public eye, Justin seemed to settle down when he married Hailey in a small courthouse ceremony in New York in September 2018. Their wedding was a surprise to many, but it looked like Justin had finally found the person he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. However, just like most couples, especially those who get married young, the relationship had its share of challenges. In their case, those problems played out in front of the world. At first, it may have been just the usual adjustments that come with married life. But then, something unexpected happened that went beyond emotional ups and downs. Justin's health began to suffer. This wasn't just any illness. It was something that physically changed him and interrupted his ability to perform and live his normal life. In an honest update shared with his fans, Justin announced that he had been diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. According to medical experts at the Mayo Clinic, this condition is caused by a shingles outbreak that targets the facial nerves, usually near the ears. It can lead to painful skin rashes, facial paralysis, and even hearing loss. For someone like Justin, whose career depends on his voice and his ability to connect with fans, this was a heavy blow. Justin didn't hide the effects of the illness. He posted a video on Instagram explaining everything in his own words. His expression was calm, but the signs were obvious. One side of his face wasn't moving. He couldn't blink from one eye, smile properly, or move his nostril. His facial muscles were completely frozen on that side. He spoke openly about how the virus had attacked the nerves in his ear and face, leaving him partially paralyzed. This wasn't just a physical condition. It forced him to make difficult decisions about his work and his future. One of the biggest sacrifices he had to make was canceling the remaining dates of his Justice tour. For a performer like Justin, who loves being on stage and connecting with fans around the world, stepping away from the spotlight wasn't easy. But he had no choice. He needed time to recover fully and take care of himself. While the world watched Justin go through this, many people wondered how Hailey was dealing with it all. Was she coping? Was she still happy? After all, being married to someone who's constantly in the news and now facing a serious health problem can't be easy, but Hailey has proven to be more than just a supportive partner. She stood by him publicly and privately, even opening up about his mental health struggles in interviews. In those conversations, she didn't pretend everything was perfect. Instead, she shared her own experiences and emotions, showing that love in real life is messy, complicated, and often tested. She talked about moments where things felt overwhelming, about how they leaned on each other, and how they both had to grow together. These weren't just sweet words for the cameras. They showed a real bond forming between two people under immense pressure. Their journey hasn't been smooth, and no one would expect it to be. But the way they've handled it, sticking together in tough times, being open about their struggles, and choosing each other repeatedly, paints a different picture from the one usually seen on gossip blogs or social media. It's not about the glamour anymore. It's about survival, healing, and trying to hold on to what matters when the world around you feels out of control. The truth is, health problems like the one Justin is facing can change everything in a relationship. It's not just about physical pain. It impacts mental health, routines, and even the way people see themselves. And when you're a celebrity, those challenges are magnified by the public's constant attention. But Hailey seems determined to be there for Justin, not just as his wife, but as his teammate. Their story continues to unfold, but what's clear is that this phase of Justin's life is very different from the early years of fame. The boy who once sang love songs on YouTube is now a man facing real-life problems. And the girl he married is not just his partner, but someone helping him fight battles that the world never expected to see. In a 2021 interview shared by Billboard on In Good Faith with Chelsea and Judah Smith, Justin Bieber opened up about the emotional weight he had been carrying for years. He talked about how, despite traveling to so many places and reaching countless milestones, he felt deeply alone. That sense of emptiness made him realize that he had a lot of unresolved pain and emotional wounds that needed attention. He admitted that before he could be fully committed to someone else, he had to take time to work on himself, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Justin also talked about how those struggles followed him into his marriage. Even after saying "I do," he still hadn't healed from everything he had gone through, but he appreciated that Hailey stood by him and saw his growth during those moments. "You've seen my heart through it all," he told her during the interview, showing that he recognized the patience and support she continued to give him through tough times. Hailey, who was also present during the conversation, gave her side of the story too. She spoke clearly about her commitment to Justin, especially during his darkest moments. "I was there," she said. "I figured it out. I've loved this person for a long time, and now is not the time to walk away from that." She emphasized that leaving him during a period when he needed her the most was never an option she would consider. "That's not who I am," she added. Her words made it clear that she wasn't going to back out, no matter how rough things got. Despite their loyalty to each other, reports have continued to suggest that not everything is going smoothly in their relationship. According to Geo.tv, a source close to the couple revealed that Justin's Ramsay Hunt diagnosis added new stress to their marriage. It claimed that Justin often vents his frustration at Hailey, which has left her feeling emotionally exhausted and questioning whether the marriage is still worth fighting for. The same report mentioned that Justin was seen without his wedding ring earlier this year, sparking rumors that things might be falling apart. For those who followed their relationship from the beginning, none of this is too surprising. Their romance moved fast. They got back together and married not long after reconciling. And while the love between them has been clear, many wondered whether the speed of their marriage left them unprepared for the serious commitment they were making. According to a 2023 National Enquirer story reported by The Sun, some insiders believe their relationship was built more on impulse than maturity, claiming that Justin wasn't ready for such a big step. These claims suggest that they were both too young to truly understand what marriage required, which may explain why things have been so rocky. Still, both Justin and Hailey have admitted that marriage isn't easy, especially when it's lived out in the public eye. In a 2019 interview with Vogue, Hailey was very honest. She said plainly, "Marriage is really hard." She went on to explain that people don't talk about that enough, and how important it is to recognize that commitment means showing up every day, even when things aren't perfect. Even in the middle of all the speculation and headlines, they've continued trying to make things work. In a 2022 interview with Harper's Bazaar, Hailey gave more insight into their relationship. She talked about how life changes constantly, day by day, week by week, and how they've both faced serious health issues in just the past 6 months. "You just have to learn to roll with the punches," she said. For her, the vows they made, for better or for worse, weren't just nice words. They meant something real. As for the quick decision to get married, Hailey didn't dodge that topic either. During a 2022 appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she acknowledged that their wedding happened really fast. Looking back, she admitted that it probably did seem sudden or even impulsive to people on the outside. But for her and Justin, it made sense at the time. "It was a mutual decision," she explained. "And 4 years later, we're still here." Their story isn't perfect. It's not the kind of fairy tale romance you'd find in a movie. It's messy, complicated, and full of challenges. But it's also a story of two people trying to figure it out together, despite the pressure, despite the health setbacks, and despite the public's constant judgment. Whether or not they make it in the long run, no one can deny that they've put effort into making it work. That wraps up this video. If you enjoyed it or found the story interesting, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep bringing you more real, honest updates from the lives of your favorite celebrities. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Thanks for watching!